If you are a steak lover, oh my gosh, do I have the recipe for you. It's called Korean bulgogi, and it is nothing short of amazing. I promise you, once you try this, it will be the most incredible steak you've ever eaten. I'm not even kidding when I say this. Once you try it, it's like an absolute explosion of flavor. It's perfectly sweet and umami, plus you've got ribeye in there. I mean, oh my gosh, it is seriously awesome. I can't say it enough. This is a must try. First thing we're gonna do though is make that marinade. Sound good? Let's cook.
I've got a Fuji apple that we need to peel up, but let me stop and say you can absolutely use any of your favorite sweet apples, like a Pink Lady or a Gala, even a Macintosh, or even a Honeycrisp would be fantastic. Make sure you get all of the peelings off of the apple. Next, what we want to do is simply slice it in half and then core out the center. We do not want the seeds in there, so using a small paring knife, or if you're really good with a chef knife, go ahead and remove the center, and like I said, get all of it off, all of the peelings. And then go ahead and add it right to your blender. We're going to next hit it with a few peeled garlic cloves. Going to add some great flavor here. And now I'm going to add in some soy sauce. For a basic rule of thumb of this marinade, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. 1 part soy to 2 part sugar to 3 part water. And next, we've got the sugar. But I'm going to split it in half. I'm first going to add in some brown sugar, followed up with some granulated sugar. I feel like the combination is really going to help in the flavor department. And now, of course, for the water, we are going to pour in all of that water. Next, I'm going to hit it with some sesame oil. And next, I've got a secret ingredient called maeshilchung. This is sort of all the talk on the street in the Korean market, and it's been really popular the last 5 years. It's a plum extract, and it's absolutely delicious. So go ahead and pour some of that in there. Be sure to try it too, because it's really, really good. Next, put the cap right on top of the blender, and next we're just going to puree everything until smooth on about medium speed. No need to go any higher than that. Once it is to that perfect consistency, like you see here, absolutely amazing, we are just going to set it to the side and start on everything else.
As you can tell, the marinade for this bulgogi is very, very similar to the kalbi recipe that I have. Be sure to check that out too, because oh my gosh, is that super good. But also try the marinade. Get a spoon in there and try it. You will see how amazing it is. Now think about those flavors and how well it's gonna taste once your steak is marinating in it. Honestly, it's incredible.
Now for the onions, I've got a large yellow onion, which I'm just going to slice the ends off, slice in half. We are going to take the peelings off, and then you just want to julienne these. And you can absolutely use a red onion, a sweet onion, or even a white onion. Once they are to that perfect julienne, we just want to transfer them, and I'm going to put them in a plastic zip bag. You know that's my style. Now, if you've got a large plastic container with a lid, that is totally fine too. Next, go in the refrigerator, and I've got some beautiful ribeye steaks just like you see here. To me, this is the absolute best steak to use in bulgogi.
And I'll stop and say this, while I love ribeye, there's lots of fat marbling in there just for some amazing flavors. You can absolutely use Isle round, strip steak, sirloin, even a filet mignon if you want to. Use what you have or use what's on sale. The great part about this is the marinade is really gonna just help enhance the flavors of whatever cut of meat you decide. Now,
what we want to do is slice the ribeye in half, and then I'm just going to turn it on a little angle here, and I'm going to thinly slice it. You could leave the steak whole if you want. I always think of nice bite-sized pieces, so I'm not trying to shove too much in my mouth just to eat one piece. I think if you slice it nice and thin that way, it just works out better. Now add it to the bag right with the onions, because what we're going to do is mix everything together. So once all of your sliced beef is in there, go grab that marinade and pour it all over it. Honestly, it smells so good. And we haven't even cooked anything. It's amazing. Be sure to zip up the plastic bag and then move all of the ingredients around for maybe 30-45 seconds. Get all of those flavors infused so there's not a chunk of onions at the bottom. And to make sure it all stays marinated, I like to put it in a little plastic container like you see here. Now we're heading right over to the refrigerator.
Now the general rule of thumb here is to marinate for 4 to 6 hours. Remember that ribeye is sliced super thin, and that's ample time to get all those flavors infused into the steak. But you know me, I'm all about marinating overnight. A little bit more flavor, a little bit more time, I promise you it'll be worth it. Once it is done marinating,
we're going to pull it right out of the fridge. You can see that the meat has sort of turned color a little bit because it's been infused with all those amazing marinade flavors. It still smells awesome. We haven't even cooked anything yet. You know it's going to be good. But what we need to do now is drain off the liquid. So putting a strainer right over that bowl, just pour everything out, let all that liquid drain, because obviously we can't put that on the grill like that. And now what I'm going to do is go outside to a very hot grill in between 450 degrees and 550 degrees or high heat. We're going to add a few pieces of foil.
Now, the reason we do this is because bulgogi is immediately going to want to stick to the grill because there's a lot of liquid in that marinade and obviously in the steak. So unless you want to absolutely destroy your grill, you have to put down foil. Now, I don't think, obviously, this is the best thing. I would never usually recommend cooking directly on foil. If you can do it on the grill grates or even a griddle, it would be awesome. Now let's add that steak.
Place them all over the top of the foil and be sure to spread them out. I can't say this enough. You do not want to have any big chunks of steak just sitting there. Spread it out as best you can. And this will cook very, very quickly. We're talking maybe 2 to 3 minutes per side. That is it. You can already start to see how they've browned up nicely on the one side. You don't want to overcook these or else you're going to have beef jerky. Again, 2 to 3 minutes per side. Once they are to this perfect consistency like you see here, you got some nice brown edges. It's cooked through. We just want to remove everything off the foil. And the best part about it is your grill will be kept clean because you can just throw away the foil.
I say it every week, homies. Once you start understanding these fundamental techniques and putting them into practice, all of your homemade food from scratch will always taste better. Better than the restaurants, better than the stores. I mean, you're learning how to properly make that perfect bulgogi marinade, and we're putting it into practice. We're grilling it to make sure it doesn't stick. All of these things, apply it to all of your everyday cooking. I promise you're gonna be such a well-rounded cook over time. Now we've got a few more things to do, and then we're gonna plate up in slow-mo.
I'm bringing back our cooked bulgogi in, and it looks amazing. You have to try it just like this. I've also decided that I'm going to serve it up with a little bit of steamed jasmine rice. You can check out my Loco Moco recipe to see how to do this. And I'm just going to stir fry up some vegetables and a little bit of sesame oil with salt, pepper, and soy sauce. This can be totally anything you want. Now for the slow-mo part. I'm adding our bulgogi over to a bowl. I just think it might be a little bit easier to eat, and it looks, I don't know, a bit nicer, I guess, than on a plate. Going to finish it off with some sesame seeds. This part is optional. And then last but not least, some thinly sliced green onions. This will add some great flavor. And man, oh man, check out this beauty.
I just cannot say it enough. It's so good. You should definitely make this as soon as you can. Get that grill rolling, my friends. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out this video. I promise you right now, you will love it, and I'll see you on there.